stopping by the channel. This is Jason with Upshifting Adventures, and it is late September here in Colorado. It's the perfect time to head up into the mountains and check out all the fall colors. So we are going to make our way over to Crested Butte today. We got perfect weather, taking the motorcycle, and it's going to be a great trip. Thanks for watching the video. When it's over, if you liked it, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate all of my subscribers, and it really helps me keep this channel going. So we just stopped in Silverthorne up in the mountains here to get some gas and put on some electric heated gear. It's getting pretty chilly, down about 52 degrees at some points, but we're at about 10,000 feet. So anyways, we're just under halfway there, and we're going to get back on the road again and head towards Leadville, where we'll get some lunch, and then on to Crested Butte. Off we go. Unfortunately, traffic leaving Denver these days is always really heavy. But luckily enough, after we got gas in Silverthorne and started headed south towards Leadville, traffic cleared up quite a bit. There weren't near as many cars on the road. And even though it was pretty cold, the sun was shining and there was no wind, so it actually ended up being a perfect day for a motorcycle ride. Made it to Leadville. Gonna stop and get some lunch real fast, and then keep on going to Crested Butte. Is your seat taken?
No.
Mind if I sit down with you there, pretty lady?
Yeah.
Got me a hot date. The back of the menu at the Silver Llama tells the story about how the llamas were used back when the mines were operational, and how they carried all of the raw material from the mines into town. And they were basically the workhorses or the pack horses of the area at that time. All right, just had a nice lunch at the Silver Llama, and we are on our way to Crested Butte now. So the further we went and the closer we got to Crested Butte, the more we started to see the color change in the leaves, and it was really, really something special. I know it's really hard to see behind my windscreen here, but this little white car in front of us is a really well restored Triumph TR4. They were only made from 1961 to 1965, and this one was exceptionally well restored. So it's Saturday morning, and we are here at our condo in Crested Butte, getting ready to head out for the day and see all the colors. First, we're going to have us a little breakfast of oatmeal and not oatmeal, granola. Yeah, granola and fruit and yogurt, like a true Crested Butteian. Lots of hippy dippy out this way, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, what a view, huh?
Chilly.
So it's chilly.
Nice temperature right now.
After breakfast, we packed up some stuff for the day, jumped on the bike, and headed into Crested Butte, where we decided we'd walk through town, find a coffee shop to get a quick coffee and maybe a snack or two before we headed west into the mountains.
Perfect, huh?
And it was just a great morning. So walking through Crested Butte, there's really only one main road where all the shops and boutiques and restaurants and pubs and stuff like that are on. It runs, it's about probably 8 or 9 blocks long, and it's really just a great place to walk around. You know, a lot of it are just old houses that have been converted into either coffee shops or businesses or something like that. The people in town are exceptionally friendly. I just love going to Crested Butte. It is completely unpretentious, and it's really just a small town up in the mountains that happens to have a pretty good ski resort attached to it. And of course, during the summertime, there's lots of mountain biking and hiking and all that other outdoor stuff. And Crested Butte is it's just one of the best towns you're ever going to come to.
It's like burritos.
What would you like to do?
We waited an hour, so it was like a long time. I'd say we can get something quicker.
Yeah? Okay, should be about 2.5 hours. So after a coffee and a quick snack, we jumped on the bike and headed west out of Crested Butte. We took County Road 12, and that is basically, you pick that up on the west side of town, and it leaves Crested Butte, heads over to Kebler Pass, and continues west over the mountain to Highway 133, which if you go north, you can go to Carbondale, or if you take it south, which is what we did, you end up in Paonia. Once you get on the 12, the scenery just gets better and better the further west you go. As you can see, the leaves are really starting to change out there in the mountains west of Crested Butte. The weather was perfect. It was probably, in the low 60s and got up to about 70, almost 70 in the heat of the day. But there are a lot of people out there coming to see the changing of the colors and all that. So it is crowded, and you need to be kind of patient. Once you leave Crested Butte, it's about 5 miles, I'd say, maybe 3 or 4, and then you end up on a dirt road. It's totally passable by any vehicle, but if you've got a really nice car and you don't want it to get dirty or dusty, just know that the pavement only lasts for a couple of miles, and as you can see here, you get onto the dirt, and it's that way for another about 30 miles or 25 miles all the way to Highway 133 on the other side of the pass. right now we are on Highway 12 west of Crested Butte, about probably, what'd you say, 5 or 6 miles, 7 miles so far, on our way over Kebler Pass, and then we're gonna head into Paonia, and then back around through Crawford and Hotchkiss and into the Black Canyon of the Gunnison, and we'll make our way over to Gunnison and then back north into Crested Butte this evening where we're staying. It's a beautiful ride, beautiful day today. It's just gorgeous. It's probably about 55, maybe 60 degrees. Sunny, not a cloud in the sky, as you can see. And yeah, we're just enjoying this fall weather and the color change. It's just beautiful out here. So after a little bit of time on the road, I found a nice clearing where we could set up the drone and get it up in the air for some footage. But while I was unpacking, there was a couple of guys there who were from Kansas out for the weekend to see the colors, and they were interested in the drone and how easy it was to operate. So showed them a little bit about it and how it worked, and then got it up in the air for some footage here, and you can just see how beautiful Crested Butte is, especially this time of the year. It's just unbelievable.
I could have.
So just about 2 miles south of Route 12 is this little place called Lost Lake. And it is just a great little lake, kind of back off the road a little ways, and you wouldn't know about it if you didn't know it was there. And it's just a fantastic place to come and see. of the craziest things that happened during this trip was right here. I was trying to get the drone really close to the lake and get a really cool shot of it skimming the water. And I made a rookie mistake, and I guess when I was turning it right here, I actually pulled it down as well, and the drone went right into the water. At this point, I was just sure that I had lost the drone. As luck would have it, I looked over into the lake because I was flying it off of my camera, and I saw the drone pop out of the water. It's got water leaking off of it and everything, and you know, it has a return to home feature, so when something goes wrong, the drone just, it takes itself and it puts it right back to where it took off from, which is what's happening here. It's climbing up, and it's going to go right back to the GPS location where it took off from. So that was pretty crazy. I mean, I thought I had lost the drone, which I was really happy that it was coming back, but I was certain that there was going to be all sorts of problems with it. The camera was kind of tilted off to the side. You can see it looking at its left landing gear there, but it landed. It had all sorts of error codes. But at any rate, you know, I let it sit and dry out for a couple of hours, and then I fired it back up, and the darn thing worked perfectly. It flew just as it's supposed to, as you can tell by these pictures that were taken just, you know, several hours later when we went to another spot. So I was really, really lucky. The Mavic Air 2 drone, wow, nothing but good things to say about it. It really did a great job. Well, that's about all for this video, everybody. Thank you for watching, as always, and I want to give a big shout out to my partner in crime, Janine, who always manages to find time to go on my crazy adventures with me.